Hey everybody, it's Tina. So, I'm going to show you something today, and this is an abundance and prosperity working. Now, this working is actually a weekly working that I am going to host every week on Thursdays. Anybody can participate in this, and it doesn't really matter what your specific financial or monetary goal is, if it's like getting a job or, getting a raise or just winning the lottery, whatever that may be to you. It will be applicable here because of the way I'm going to work this working. Now, this is a 7-day spell, essentially. Okay, it's a 7-day working, and it has several different components to it. I'm going to walk you through every single step that I take. So the first thing, whenever I'm doing any sort of working, I try to make sure that I make an offering to Spirit, all right? And an offering can range anything from just a simple, glass of rum. I've got that there. A glass of water even will suffice. It is said that the spirits love citrus fruit, so oranges would be great. Tobacco, I burn tobacco as like an incense. So I put it like on a charcoal disc, and I burn tobacco in here all the time for my spirits, like probably 5 times a week I offer that. So I'll offer that to them tonight as well. But right now what I've got here, because we're doing a 7-day working, and this is for 7 people, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, there's 7 people involved in this. This is people that have, some of them are good clients of mine who don't even know that I'm doing this for them, but I know that they'll be totally fine with it. Some of them have been purchased from the shop in Etsy. I will link the link for that down below if you're interested in participating. It's a very small fee, and that just covers all of my materials and just my time to put this stuff together, okay? But I'll link that below in case you want to participate. There is no limit on how many people we can do each week. I order candles by the gross, so there's never going to be too many people. You get what I'm saying? So if you guys want to participate, completely fine. All right, the first thing I'm going to do is light some money-related incense. I am such a fan of Satya. This is like the brand Fortune. They have a money one. They've got good luck. I mean, they've got a bunch of different ones. Their one called Love Spell for love work is my favorite incense in the entire world. So the first thing I'm going to do is is just light this incense. I have already cleansed and baptized basically all of the items that you see here. So what I do is I take my indigo water, which I've got videos for recipes for that on this channel. I also have this available in my store for sale. Both a kit to make yourself a very large batch, which would be maybe 2 or 3 times this amount, and also I do sell the little 2-ounce bottles individually as well. So all of the glass, all of the candles, everything that is being used in this working has been cleansed with that. I just spray it on there and wipe it off, okay? And that removes any negative energy, any negative vibrations. As you guys know, if you watched me for a while, I work with glass, and glass retains energy, so it's very, very important to me to have a fresh, clean slate, because we're going to be putting intention into all of this. All right, so let me get this incense going, and that's going to be kind of the second part of kind of just putting the vibe, putting the energy into everything. Let me light that again. It didn't really get going too well. Let it burn for a second. Okay, so I am going to light this for this offering. Okay, abundance, wealth, prosperity, success. Abundance, wealth, prosperity, success. Life of luxury, baby. All right. Okay, so all the candles over there, which you're going to see in just a minute, all of my oils, all of the offerings, everything. It's kind of like that Oprah Winfrey show. It was a new car for you and a new car for you. All right, so let me just stick this over here while we're working, and that'll burn the whole time. I will burn at minimum. I keep incense going always. My house smells like an incense factory. It does. I'm used to it now, but probably people that come over are like, wow, Tina, this is bizarre. But no, I love it, so I keep it going all the time. But anyway, at minimum, once a day, it'll get some sort of money-related incense, and I've got about 20 different kinds. Okay, so now that that is done, let me talk about this offering. So as I mentioned, water and wine, it is said that the spirits are always thirsty, okay? So remember that when you're doing your offerings. At bare minimum, if you can only give a glass of water to your spirits, that is an offering, and that is a very appreciated offering, okay? So don't think that you have to go to the links that I am going to make these offerings. I am making these elaborate offerings because I have been blessed by my spirits to be able to do so. All right, so this to me is my way of giving back to them. So as you'll see, I have a coconut, which I have so lovingly cracked. I'm a very professional coconut cracker now, by the way. Coconut in itself is representative of wealth, abundance, and luxury. You know, it's a very luxurious fruit if you think about it. It's grown in the tropics. It's also, it's a regenerating fruit. Think about this. So a coconut in the middle of a deserted island contains water that is that is restorative to health, okay, to your health. It's something that when we ingest it is very good for us. So there's a lot of really good magical significance behind coconut and meaning behind it, and I don't even have time to go over all of it right now, but coconut is it was a great thing to give them. Pineapple is another one. You guys will see me do all sorts of things. Acorn squashes, I've done it all, really. There's lots of pictures on my Instagram and on my Etsy site of stuff that I do all the time. But this week it is a coconut. So I have cracked that coconut, I have dumped the water out, and I have filled that with vegetable oil, okay? Around this coconut, I have 3 white roses, again, an offering, but also white roses signify purification, you know, abundance. Also, they're luxurious. Hey, J-Lo's writer says that she has to have like 85 dozen white roses in her dressing room. So if J-Lo's going with it, we're going to call that luxurious, okay? Next, I have 9 carnations, pink carnations around that coconut. Why carnations? Because carnations are one of the most powerful flowers that you can use, specifically in hoodoo, but this is not just tied to hoodoo, okay? This is also for many other forms of magic and manifestation, okay? Carnations are one of the oldest flowers that we have record of all the way back to biblical times, all right? So they've been around for a very long time, and therefore the historical significance of them is very strong, all right? So we have seen these used carnations in magical workings since BC, okay? So that's a very long time, all right? I like to stick with traditional stuff. I really, especially with my magic that I practice, I stick with what is tried and true and what works. I experiment every now and then, but when it comes to things that I know 100% are gonna work, I just stick with that, right? Like let's not try to fix something that's not broken, you know what I mean? All right, so we've got the carnations. The next thing I have here is cilantro. Okay, cilantro, again, because it grows so abundantly, it is a signifier of abundance, but it is also a very powerful protecting herb. Did you know that? So we're trying to protect finances, wealth, abundance, money coming in for the people that this spell is for, and also we are trying to protect them from any financial harm or distress, okay? All right, so that's what we've got. Vegetable oil in the coconut, all right? So the next thing I'm gonna do is load this baby up. I have my prosperity powder, and everything that I'm showing you here, guys, is available on my Etsy site for sale, okay? So I'm just gonna sprinkle some of that, and that is a mixture of about, I think it's 13 different things. Cinnamon, chicory coffee, peppermint. I'm trying to think what else I throw in there. So much stuff. Thyme, basil, magnetic sand is in there. There's a bunch of stuff, so it's cool. It works really well. There's a lot of uses for that too that you wouldn't think of. I need to get a video up on that specifically. The next thing I'm going to add in is my prosperity rice. Now this is what that looks like. This has espresso beans in it. It has, again, we've got magnetic sand, if you guys can see that. Kind of not, the light's not really working with me, but magnetic sand. Rice in itself is a symbol of prosperity. It has shredded actual US currency in there, a bunch of other really cool things in there to all draw abundance in. This is one of my top selling items on the site. As a matter of fact, I have a giant bowl that I am working on on making tonight that I'm gonna let marinate in all this money energy that we got going on. That's why it's sitting there. All right, so I'm just gonna add in, I'm gonna do, because the beans kind of float to the top, I'm gonna do 5 beans, and I always work in magic lucky numbers, okay? So 3, 5, 7, 9 is what you're gonna see, and 13 from me primarily. Oh, and 11 too, sorry. So there's 5 beans, and then I'm gonna add 3 pinches of this rice. You don't have to use much, guys. A little goes a long way. And rice, as you guys know, is definitely a signifier of abundance. This is like, this used to be used as currency for many, many cultures, okay, especially in Asia. All right, so we've got the rice in there too. Now, in addition to that, I am going to add in my money oils. All right, so I have my money drawing oil. I have my money stay with me oil. This is to keep your money. So it's great if money's coming in, but if it's going back out just as fast, that sucks, right? So we want money to stay with us. And this is called Give Me Your Money. This is to compel people to give you things. So this is for the people in this group that may be looking for a new job. This is for getting that job offer. This is for getting the loan. This is for getting money that is owed to you, paid back to you, that type of stuff. And also this one I love because it's like when you wear it or use it when you're out, I find a lot of times people just want to give me stuff. Like when I'm out shopping, like somebody will like hand me something random. Like I've had people buy me coffees before or teas, give my daughter toys, just random stuff. It's so crazy, but it works. So again, we're sticking with it. And I'm going to do, since we're using 3, I'm going to do 5 drops of each. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I lied. We're doing 7 drops of each. I just had a change of heart there, and I go with that. All right, this is money drawing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, and this is money stay with me. Always shake up your oils before you use them, guys. A lot of times things settle on the bottom of the glass there because they've got a lot of herbs and a lot of times really fine powders and stuff in them, so you want to shake it to get all of that mixed up. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we've got that dressed. Now I am going to make it beautiful with some gold glitter. It is said that spirits love glitter. Google it if you don't believe me, okay? I'm dead serious. So I'm gonna add some right in the coconut there. All right, the next part of this is going to be adding in a floating wick. So you can get these on Amazon, just search the phrase floating wick and you'll find several different options. They're very simple to use, I'm gonna show you, and they're inexpensive as well. So basically what this is it comes in 2 different pieces. So you have this piece, which is like the piece that floats, okay? So it's cork on the back and then reflective material here. And then we've got a wick, and it's a very tiny little wick, all right? So all we do here is just stick the wick in the middle just like that, and you wanna get it about, I usually do half and half. You can do a little bit more on the cork side, okay? If you want, it's supposed to be 1/3, 2/3, so yeah, that's probably closer. All right, so then all I'm gonna do is float this wick in the coconut, in that oil, and that vegetable oil acts as a fuel to keep the wick burning. It's now a candle, all right? So I love this stuff, guys. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this baby lit up. And this is our offering, as I mentioned, to Spirit. Thank you so much, Spirit, in advance for everything that you do, not only for me, but for my clients, my friends, and the people that I care about, and my subscribers. So you guys don't feel like you can't do this at home. You absolutely can. That's why I'm showing you. All right, so offering is kind of going to be set aside for a second, that offering anyway. The next thing that we're going to do is make more offerings, okay? So there's 3 things, or two things I'm going to do, all right? In addition to this, we are going to send our spirits some currency. If you have never heard of this, it's called ancestor money. Technically, the word here on this is hell banknote, but don't freak out. It has nothing to do with hell or demons or Satan or anything like that. It's a misinterpretation of when Christianity was first introduced to China, because they were burning things, money for their ancestors already. They interpreted the word hell to mean the afterlife. So it's essentially what this means is like the afterlife banknote, so spirit world banknote. But they just misinterpreted the word hell to mean generally where you go, when you die, like where the spirits are. So it was a misinterpretation, but now the name's stuck, and this is what they're called. I do have these for sale on my site. So what I have done is all of the people that we're going to be lighting a candle for today and doing the 7-day ritual for, I have written, I don't want to show you because it's private, but I've got all of their names written on the back of here. You could do name and date of birth. I did name and date of birth on the candle. I scratched it in for each person. So yeah, either way, if this is just for you, name, date of birth 3 times, okay? And then next thing we're going to do is just burn this for them. So make sure this is fire, guys. Like, please be careful. I don't want to be responsible for anybody like hurting themselves or burning their house down. As a matter of fact, grab some tweezers, okay, like this, so you don't have to hold it, because we're going to set this on fire and it goes up. Right? So basically what we were doing is sending money, sending currency, sending an offering to spirit, okay? Because it is believed in some cultures that they need money over there. So this is usually a very welcome offering. And there's a lot of videos on YouTube, guys. I would very much recommend that you, if you're interested in this, take a look. Just Google or search the word ancestor money on YouTube. You're going to see a lot of testimonials from people across the board, not just people that practice hoodoo, but everything, okay? This seems to be a very well accepted offering. And I'm making this offering on behalf of my clients, the people that I'm doing this working for. When I burn this for myself, I usually burn 3 notes a day for my spirits. I do not write on it, although this is excellent petition paper. So if you want to write what your desires are and do a petition on that, you can totally use that. And that is what I've done here by writing those names on it, okay? All right. So final one, and then we are on to the last offering. Then we're going to light her up. All right, so when you burn these, guys, just make sure that you have something fireproof for them to go in, an ashtray. This is an incense burner, so it's meant to withstand fire, heat, okay? And that's that. All right, so I'm keeping that there because the next thing we have is a giant Indian bay leaf. Again, guys, I go big or I go home. I don't use the regular. I use the regular ones for like other things, but when I'm doing a big, massive working like this for 7 people, I want to give offering, right? I want to make sure the spirit's very, very happy. So what we do with this, same exact idea as the hell notes, we're going to make this a petition. I wrote simply, you want to be real clear with spirit, real clear. Not like, I want to have $31,000 so that I can blah, 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 blah. No. You just tell them prosperity, wealth, abundance, okay? Millionaire. Just write whatever you want on there, okay? Whatever you desire, and be direct and be to the point, okay? Don't write a saga or a whole storyline on here because they just want, all they hear is just like, dum, 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 okay? So prosperity, wealth, and abundance, and I am asking for that for all of my people that I'm doing the spell for, okay? And again, same thing, I wrote everybody's name on the back, all right? So we're gonna burn this too, and I don't know if you guys have ever seen a bay leaf burn. It's pretty wild. Look at that. It's crazy how fast it like sparks, But look at that. I hope my fire alarm doesn't go off. It's gone off before, trust me. gonna take me a couple tries. No problem. We're gonna get it done. Just be very, very careful, guys. Like I said, I've had fire alarms go off. I have burn marks on my counters that are going to be very expensive, I'm sure, when I move out of here. It's a rental. It's going to suck, but it's part of the process, part of the business. I can't complain. All right. Just one tiny piece left, guys. And I'm sorry, I don't want to speed this up because this isn't actual working. Tend to be very, very thorough in my work. All spell work especially. I don't cut corners, I don't cut costs, I don't do anything like that. I make sure that it is as a-okay as it can be. Okay, so we are done with that. I'm gonna move that out of the way. So now, la pièce de résistance, okay? This is the candle working. So this is called a ritual candle or a 7-day candle. I chose yellow because yellow is symbolic of the color gold, all right? And it also corresponds to luxury, wealth, success, okay? So luxury, wealth, and success. I chose green chime candles, and that, again, I've carved in the name and date of birth of everybody involved on one of those candles. So everybody's got their own green candle, and green is, of course, the color for finances, money, wealth, things like that. Okay, so we're covering a lot of different bases here, especially with the offering and this combined, it's a lot of bases. So what I'm going to do is dress this candle, and I am going to use, let me see real quick, actually, because we use the money oils here, I think I'm going to use Crown of Success into here. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use 3 oils. Why not, right? Okay, so there, I took a chopstick, and I poked 3 holes. Again, lucky numbers, 3 holes in the wax, all right? And each one of those holes I'm going to fill with a different oil. So Crown of Success is going in. Let me grab my little dropper here. Okay. And then I'm done. Next we have, let's do Give Me Your Money and Money Drawing. All right, because that again is going to cover the basis for people that are looking for promotions, raises, bonuses, lottery winnings, gambling winnings. It's also going to cover, people that are looking for new jobs, and then just people looking for an uptick in sales, whatever the case may be. Better business, a Christmas bonus, or just luck, luck in general with money, finding cash on the ground, stuff like that. I've heard all kinds of stories, all kinds, like you wouldn't believe what I'm hearing. Next thing I'm going to do is actually put a little bit of glitter both in the candle and around. Just make it as pretty as it can be because I want spirit to come see it, read my candles, and help me out. That's what we're doing here. All right, got the glitter on. Okay, the next thing, I'm thinking, okay, yeah, I knew I did something else. This is a bayberry root capsule. All right, so I'm gonna take this capsule, and it has bayberry root powder in it. Bayberry root is phenomenal for money. It is my lucky secret ingredient in a lot of the stuff that I make, okay? Money-wise, anyway. I love it, I love it. Bayberry root oil, bayberry root powder, even if you can get whole bayberry root, that'd be great too. I haven't seen that yet, though, in my searches. Okay, so I'm going to open up this capsule. And I kind of like the capsules because it's just like the perfect amount for what I need, And I'm going to do the powder inside the candle. Okay. Now, keep in mind that if I'm not going to be reading this vigil candle, there's a thing called... ceramicy, I think that's how you say it. Anyway, it's the reading of the glass after these candles burn, and by reading the glass, if it leaves black soot or white soot or rings of wax or anything like that. That gives you different messages, different interpretations based on that. Because this is for multiple people, and because I'm adding that powder and all kinds of stuff, and I'm going to be dressing this candle every single day with something new, more oils, things like that, I'm not going to be worried about reading the glass, right? Because those oils and that powder is definitely going to leave some rings, you know, and it might burn up and leave black soot, but I don't, even if it did, how would we correspond it or relate it to any, there's 7 people here, you know what I mean? I wouldn't be able to say, okay, Charlie, you know, that was for you, you know, so we're just going to avoid reading it altogether for that reason. If it was just for one person though, like if you did this on yourself, you may consider foregoing the powders so that you can do that, okay? All we've got left to do, my friends, is, oh, I forgot to mention, the green candles have been anointed in money drawing oil, by the way. I scratched the names in, dates of birth, and rubbed them all up before I stuck them down to the plate. All right, so final thing left to do, I think I didn't miss anything, right? No? Okay, good. Yep, final thing left to do, light her up. Okay, so we're gonna do the chime candles first. Everybody's going up. And finally, the main candle. Awesome! All right, guys. Sorry, just putting that matchstick out so I don't start a fire or melt anything. That is that, my friends. So this is going to be our 7-day prosperity working for all of the people who purchased this in my store, and also, like I said, some good clients and friends of mine as well. I went ahead and included. If you would like to participate in this next week, let me show you what I got. So I was out shopping today and I found this bad boy. Look at this candle. Oh my God. Oh my God. All right. We're going to use this for next week's prosperity service. This is going to be the center candle, the supporting candle. So if you want to participate, link will be down below. Like I said, it's very inexpensive and it's just something nice to do if you're looking for a boost, if you've got job interviews coming up, if you maybe need some extra holiday cash and you want to try your luck. It's a really fun thing to do, and I think a very effective thing to do. It's been always very effective for me and many of my clients. So anyway, have a beautiful evening, folks. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.